Hi, Scorpio. Thanks for joining me for your November 2017 forecast. I wanted to tell you I'm having a spooky special this month. If you place an order with me for a 60-minute or a 90-minute AstroTarot reading, you will receive a free 10-minute reading that can be used at the end of your 60-minute session, or you can use it anytime within the remainder of this year. And I like the alliteration of spooky special, and I've never done something like this. I thought I would try it and see how it goes, and I wanted to give something back to the YouTubers who book with me and also to my steady clientele that I work with. So that's what I'm doing. If you're interested, now's the time to book a reading. I'll be shuffling the Lescaut Tarot from the French Quarter. I love this deck. Let's get to it because happy birthday again, happy solar return. This month is all about Scorpio, and thanks to Jupiter, there is a magnificent energy resting with you through next November 8th of 2018. So we start the month on the 4th of November with a full moon in your polar opposite sign, 11 degrees of Taurus. So in the month of November, when it's your solar return, the new moon is your new moon, and then the full moon is the opposing sign across the wheel. So you have some closure in your 7th house of marriage, closure in your business partnerships, personal relationships, monogamous relationship, and the full moon is the awareness and the illumination in this sector, and for some Scorpios, this is a super full moon. Some Scorpios, some are closing the door on marriage, and some aren't. I know it applies differently, and please watch your rising sign and your moon sign for a full cosmic catch-up. But this closure could be putting an end to a facet of your relationship and deciding not to bring that into future methods of how you work together as a couple. Teamwork might become important to you, and if you're analyzing your own relationship, are you asking yourself, do I have a partner in this relationship? Do I feel an equal amount of reciprocated energy from my significant other at this time? The moon might see you going over some of those questions. And again, a super full moon, which that occurs when the moon is closest to the earth. So it's going to be like you can just pinch it right out of the sky. On the 5th of November, Mercury enters Sagittarius. So Mercury's with you at the top of the month. That's why you're analyzing this moon so much and going over information regarding your relationship and the details, which is all Mercury. Now Mercury enters Sagittarius and influences your 2nd house of finance and value, and deeply, because Saturn is here and has been for 3 years in your 2nd house. And this sees Scorpio investing deeply in what they're worth, and their value system has been realigned, and what you're worth monetarily has been realigned over the last 3 years. And Mercury sweeping in just before Saturn decides to leave this sector, and that will happen next month, December 21st, on the solstice of 2017. So Mercury comes in to assist in the analysis, again, of rebudgeting, and also your confidence and your ego. How strongly rooted Saturn are you in your earnings and your commitment to earning? Mercury will be going over things with a fine-tooth comb in your budget arena, because this is also the area Mercury will retrograde next month. And let me jump ahead a little bit and then I'll go back, but since I'm on Mercury, I want to stick with this. In your 2nd house of finance, you're going to get all your ducks in a row in November. And then when December comes along, on the 3rd through the 22nd, Mercury's retrograding here in the 2nd house of finance and self-confidence. So, starting the retrograde at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, going halfway through back to 13 degrees. Then you have to review, re-edit, revise what you just invested in, and fine-tune this money sector and how you feel and value what you're worth and how others are. Is your boss paying you enough? Don't ask for that raise in the retrograde, though. Get in there before the 3rd on that. You might want to ask for that raise from the 5th of November until the 29th of November. You've got magnificent energy ahead. So I just wanted to touch upon that retrograde a little bit, and now I'll go back. So on the 5th, Mercury conjunct Saturn in the 2nd house of earnings, knowing that you need more security with Saturn involved. Then on the 7th, Venus enters Scorpio conjunct Jupiter. So with you in your 1st house of self, looking your best when Venus is in the 1st house. And that's why it's so important to watch your rising sign, because that's your 1st house. If you're lucky enough to know your natal time of birth. Venus in Scorpio can help you find who you're attracted to and have people attracted to you. It's a mutual attractive energy. And with Jupiter here, conjunct, it's massive. It's expansive energy, romance, love. This is good stuff for Scorpio who's single. It's good stuff for Scorpio who's in a relationship. Now, for those of you dealing with the full moon in the 7th house legitimately, according to your charts, some of you are closing the doors on one relationship and literally opening it up to another one very quickly, or you have the opportunity to. All of this is opportunity. Astrology is guidance and a map, but you determine what road you choose. You have free will. It doesn't mean this is going to happen to you and that's it. You have options. You can always decline. You know, no one's twisting your arm unless you like it. So Jupiter with you through November 8th of 2018. It's really spectacular. A lot of Scorpios are elevating and getting promotions, improving their life path, the well-being of their relationships. Circle this date. This impacts you as well. It's all about this money sector too. Well, everything impacts us. It's all energy. But on the 11th, Saturn in Sagittarius in the money sector, limiting you a little bit, restricting Scorpio. Trines Uranus in Aries in the 6th house of work and earnings and hourly regimen, structures of your day, your routine. So there is some beautiful aspect. The trine it's an exact 25-degree trine, exact trine between the 2nd house of income and the 6th house of what you do to earn it. So there could be a promotion, there could be elevation. For those of you that have been committed to work and really putting in a lot of hard work in what you do, this is where your increase occurs on the 11th, specifically on the 11th. I know I usually say now, it doesn't have to happen on that day. This is that day. On the 11th, there is a harmonious trine that's elevating Scorpio's pocket. And I feel if there's any promotional, offerings in work, you're the one that gets the call. So mark that day. And it's sudden energy because Uranus is involved. It's not something you're planning. And with Uranus, it's like, oh, there's shock, there's surprise. You're like, who, me? Okay. Maybe there's a call to action about how much you're worth. Maybe you need to speak up for yourself too around that day, at that time of the 11th, to suggest that you deserve more. That is a great day to schedule a talk with your boss on the 11th if you want a promotion. Now on the 18th, we have our new moon in your 1st house. So this is it. I mean, it's Scorpio time. And I'm so excited for you because there's new blessings here for Scorpio. And you need that. your ruling planet has you deep in thought all the time. And I like a little lighter sense of energy for Scorpio. The sun assists your pocket as well on the 21st, entering the second house of finance. Wherever the sun goes, he'll be conjunct Mercury and Saturn. So this is just a forceful energy in what you're earning and how you're earning it. So who's paying you? There might be a restructuring of how you're earning your money by the time Saturn leaves here next December, or this coming December. And it's all about how confident you are. If you are insecure about things and how you earn your money and your job, you're not going to shine like you should. And the attention might not be as focused on you. So you have to really pump out the chest a little bit. It's okay to have a little bit of an ego, 1 month out of the year. I want to say you're a peacock, show your feathers and show your boss what you're capable of, too, for those of you who report to someone. On the 22nd, this is great for all of us as a global society, but Neptune goes direct, so clarity in some of our government and some of our political situations, too. This is impacting your 5th house. So Neptune is beautifully aspected to Jupiter on specifically the 29th and the 30th of this month. And the clarity with the relationship with your children can exist now. Some of you haven't really been seeing things in the right way. Rose-colored glasses, they can do no wrong. With Neptune direct, I feel like there's a little bit more discerning of what's appropriate with children and what isn't. And also creative endeavors, the 5th house of entrepreneurial work, creation, creativity. You can see things beautifully, and with Jupiter aspecting, trining Neptune so strongly, the 29th and 30th are great paydays too, or days to invest in an artistic endeavor, performing, being seen publicly, elevating your position in your creative fields is what I'm getting. Very expansive energy. So I'm going to pull the cards now for Scorpio. They're thoroughly shuffled. Let's see what comes out. And if you'd like to book with me, I read all through the week, and you can select your desired reading length via PayPal, and I'll get back to you in an email. I would suggest booking a 60-minute or more reading so you can get the 10-minute free reading with me. And what else did I want to tell you? Oh, so the song that you hear in the intro video and the outro, I've been getting a lot of messages about that, both publicly on YouTube and privately. And finally, it's called My Golden Bow, and it's a song I wrote and sang and recorded, and it's now available for download if you like the intro video, the intro song that I use. The links are below. And again, I have the tarot course happening if you're into that, and the VIMEO medium messages for November are also up. So, your first card, well, hey, that's what's up. The Queen of Cups, that's Scorpio. That's the Scorpio Queen. Compassion, intuitiveness, open-hearted, receptive energy. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The Ace of Coins. This is the artist of this deck, Ludi. Let's go. She draws her own depiction on all of the aces of the card. So the Ace of Coins, see how that thumb is flipping that up? This is an offer. And it is all about money. So it's not shocking me that you get the coin this month. You're entitled to it. It's your birthday month. And your second house is like a Christmas tree. It's so lit. So congrats, because you're getting an offer. This is a promotion. It's very strong energy for the receipt of income. I have to rep this card on my Instagram page. It's so pretty. 2 of coins. You got 1 coin, you got 2 coins. And that's kind of what it is, Scorpio. If there's 1 coin, There's two. Symbiosis, meiosis, osmosis, something like that. I'm trying to get these scientific terms right. One turns to two, and you could have a business partnership. You could have balance in the budget. Second house. I mean, this is amazing. It's money time. And you could be deciding between two different types of work as well. Last card. Oh, I'm like, what is this? Justice. See how she's holding the scales? Balance. Oh, I just said balance. Hey, yes, balancing the budget. Handling legal obligations. What are you contractually bound to? Handle those first. Some of you might have legal situations, and if that's the case, you get your day in court and you get your coin. I love that the first card out is what reps Scorpio. It's the only court card present because you're the one I'm reading for. I love this. You're getting what you're due. Justice, redemption, reward. You're getting what you're due. And honestly, the astrology is aligned with the tarot on this. It's second house. It's value. It's your value system. I certainly hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you a beautiful solar return and a lovely November. Remember, Scorpio, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars. Limitless, so reach for the stars.